Well, if you've been following me, it was a chapter on how to take nursery stock and make it into future bonsai. And that one entailed me putting this bamboo stick and then getting this upright, informal upright look. Well, as I was wrapping up this project, or just the work session that I had, and I was thinking, oh no, my friends on YouTube will probably want to see how it's done. So I saved this one here. And essentially the stick used to come up to here. And this was stiff enough, so I already cut it maybe a year or two ago. And then now what we will do is to take the rest of it. Now, I can't say for sure that this is from that project 10 years ago, but all I know is that this tie is very tight now, and the bamboo has faded, so it's a good possibility that this was the ones from that time period. But either way, this is the process. So there were times, most of the projects started about here, and then I have to keep going up. I think I have footages for that, but I have to look for it. But anyway, number of years later, what you do is well, oh, there's another tie. No wonder I can't get it out. Okay, so anyway, now it stands on its own. This type of growth is not natural. I made this extreme swing out this way, but other than the fact that it swings out this way, it looks like a regular informal upright. That's kind of what I like to do. Take something that is very common and then make it slightly different. So from here, what I'm going to do is to thin these out. There's still branches along the trunk that has to be removed. So that's like I said, what I'm doing is removing all this extra branches that's along the trunk. Now, throughout the training process, a lot of this was kept on because I didn't know where the side branches will be. But now that it's fairly mature, we can go ahead and get all the excess. I think in one of my past chapters, we talked about pruning styles. This one here, I pruned it fairly severely. This one, I'm going to be more modest, mainly because depending on the customer, some like it with nice, clear distinction. Other ones to be able to take this and make it their own. So I'm catering to different people, so I have to prune it differently, and hopefully I get things that are not necessary and leave for the okay. Some of this still could be removed, but like I said, this one I'm not going to make it as severe as the other one because of the different types of customers that I have. So you'll look trimmed, but not so much that people still can't do their own work. So that's kind of the philosophy of my nursery. I'm not trying to create masterpieces for myself, but good workable material for other. I'm going to call these finished, but you could see the difference in pruning styles. This one was pruned fairly heavy. This one modest. And hopefully that people see enough potential in here, yet still have choices that people will buy this. Others will hopefully buy this. And so that's what I do here, is I try to make materials that are easy to work with, because the hardest part is putting this line in place. That's our main line, and that's what I focus on. Okay. Now, this is a dwarf Japanese garden juniper. And what they are, they're ground covers, so they crawl along the ground. That's why the need to stake it up. And it takes a number of years before you could remove the stake. I think typically 3 to 5 years is more correct, but like I said, this one, or either one of these or both, might be from 10 years ago. I just don't remember. So anyway, this is Hiro saying goodbye, and I'll see you again real soon in another chapter. Keep those comments coming. Well, unless you got a nasty something to do, then forget it. But all you nice people, go ahead, keep coming. And then, yeah, at the same time, can you mention where you're from? Because I find it fascinating that I'm reaching the whole world. So anyway, I'll see you again real soon. Please tell your friends and subscribe.